Lesson 181, What's the key to happiness?
Hey Anna, what's the key to happiness?
Well that's a loaded question, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. But I'm genuinely curious. What makes people happy?
Well, I think different things make different people happy. But I do know one thing for sure.
What's that?
Money can't buy happiness.
Are you sure? I mean, it can buy a lot of things that make people happy.
Yeah, but those things are temporary. True happiness comes from within, not from material possessions.
You're making me think. Maybe I should start focusing on inner happiness.
Definitely. And you know what they say, happiness is contagious. Spread the joy.
You're right. Let's spread some happiness.
Sounds like a plan. Lesson 182, How's your new apartment?
Hey Anna, how's your new apartment?
It's great, John. I finally feel like I have my own space.
That's awesome. What's your favorite thing about it?
Definitely the big windows that let in so much natural light.
Oh, so you're finally able to see all the dust that's been accumulating?
Hey, watch it. But seriously, it's been so nice to wake up to natural light instead of the glare of my phone.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I bet you're loving having your own kitchen, right?
Absolutely. I've been cooking up a storm. I'm basically a Michelin star chef now.
Well, in that case, I'll have to come over for a meal sometime.
You're always welcome, John. Just don't expect any fancy decorations or anything.
Don't worry, Anna. I'm just here for the food.
Lesson 183, Have you ever noticed that everything comes in pairs?
Hey Anna, have you ever noticed that everything comes in pairs?
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 feet. Even our lungs and kidneys come in pairs.
Yeah, that's true. But why is that funny?
I don't know, it's just funny to me that everything seems to come in twos. It's like the universe has a thing for symmetry.
I guess so. But it's not just our bodies. There are plenty of things that come in pairs, like shoes, gloves, earrings, and even socks.
Right. And don't forget about salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly, and Batman and Robin.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
I can't help it. The number 2 is just so amusing to me.
Well, I have to admit, there is something satisfying about things that come in pairs. It just feels right.
Exactly. It's like we were meant to have two of everything.
I think you're taking this a little too far, John.
Maybe you're right. But hey, at least we can appreciate the little things in life, right?
I suppose so. As long as you don't start counting everything in twos. Lesson 184. How was your first day of school?
Hey Anna, how was your first day of school?
It was a bit overwhelming. I have so many new classes and teachers to remember.
Don't worry, Anna. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it in no time.
I hope so. But right now, I feel like a lost puppy.
Well, I have a solution for you. Just pretend you're a secret agent on a top secret mission. You have to gather intel from all of your classes and report back to headquarters.
That's a pretty creative solution, John.
And it makes school a lot more exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess it does. But what if I get caught?
That's the risk you take as a secret agent, Anna. But just remember, if you do get caught, deny everything.
I don't think that's very good advice, John.
Okay, fine. Just stick to the basics. Pay attention in class, take good notes, and don't forget to bring your lunch.
Thanks, John. That's much more practical advice.
Anytime, Anna. Just remember, you're not alone. We're all in this secret agent mission together.
Lesson 185. Have you thought about getting married someday?
Hey Anna, have you thought about getting married someday?
Yeah, I have. But finding the right person seems like a daunting task.
I know what you mean. But I have a solution for that.
Oh really? What's your solution?
We should just create a dating app for lazy people. Instead of swiping left or right, you just click a button that says, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm not interested.
That's actually a pretty good idea. But how would we make money off of it?
Easy. We charge people for the yes button and give the no button away for free.
I don't think that's how it works, John.
Hey, it's worth a shot. And who knows, maybe we'll be the next big thing in the dating world.
I doubt it, but it's a funny thought.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, I think finding the right person takes time and effort. But it's worth it in the end.
I agree. And hopefully, we'll both find the right person someday.
I have no doubt about it, Anna. We just have to keep swiping, I mean clicking that yes button.
Lesson 186. Have you talked to any old friends lately?
Hey Anna, have you talked to any old friends lately?
Actually, now that you mention it, I haven't talked to my best friend from elementary school in years.
Well, you should give her a call. Catch up on old times.
I don't know, John. What if she doesn't remember me?
Just tell her who you are. And if she still doesn't remember, pretend to be someone else.
That's terrible advice, John.
Okay, okay. I have a better idea. When she answers the phone, just say, "It's me, your favorite classmate." That way, she'll know exactly who you are.
That's a little cheesy, but I like it.
Hey, sometimes you have to be a little cheesy to make someone smile.
You're right, John. I'm going to give her a call right now.
Good luck, Anna. And remember, if all else fails, pretend to be a long-lost relative.
Lesson 187. Have you been on any trips lately?
Hey Anna, have you been on any trips lately?
Yeah, I went on a trip to Hawaii last month.
Hawaii? That sounds amazing. How was it?
Let's just say it didn't go exactly as planned.
What happened?
Well, for starters, my flight was delayed by 6 hours. And when I finally got to Hawaii, it was raining the entire time.
That's too bad. Did you at least get to do some fun things?
Not really. The only thing I did was visit a pineapple plantation. And even that was a little underwhelming.
A pineapple plantation? That doesn't sound like the most exciting thing.
Yeah, tell me about it. But the best part was when the tour guide said, "This is where pineapples come from." And I just wanted to reply, "No way, I thought they came from the supermarket."
That's hilarious, Anna. At least you have a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah, you have to find the humor in situations like that.
Well, I'm sure your next trip will be much better.
I hope so, John. I hope so. Lesson 188. Do you ever feel like you need more in life?
Anna, do you ever feel like you need more in life?
More what?
Just more. Like, more excitement, more adventure, more fulfillment.
I think everyone feels that way at some point. But what do you mean specifically?
I don't know, I just feel like there's gotta be more to life than the same old routine every day.
I get what you're saying. But sometimes it's the little things that can make life more exciting.
Like what?
Like trying a new restaurant or exploring a new neighborhood. Or even just trying a new hobby or activity.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But sometimes it feels like I need something bigger, something more meaningful.
Well, have you thought about volunteering or getting involved in a cause you're passionate about?
I never thought about that. But I don't know if I have the time or energy.
That's understandable, but you don't have to do something huge to make a difference. Even small acts of kindness can make a big impact.
You know what, Anna? You're right. Maybe I just need to focus on doing more good in the world.
That's a great mindset to have, John. And who knows, maybe it will lead to some exciting adventures along the way.
I like the sound of that. Let's go out and do more good in the world, Anna.
I'm all for it, John. Let's make the world a better place, one small act at a time. Lesson 189. Do you remember the first time you rode a bike?
Hey Anna, do you remember the first time you rode a bike?
Yeah, I do. I was so nervous at first, but then it was so much fun.
I remember my first time riding a bike. I was terrible at it. I fell off so many times.
Yeah, it can be tough at first. But once you get the hang of it, it's such a great feeling.
Definitely. But do you remember the first time you tried to ride a unicycle?
I've never ridden a unicycle, John.
Really? I thought everyone had at least tried it once.
Nope, never even attempted it.
Well, you're not missing much. It's much harder than riding a bike.
I can only imagine.
But seriously, it's always fun to try new things, even if it's just something small like riding a unicycle.
I agree. It's important to step out of your comfort zone and try something new every once in a while.
Maybe next time we can both try riding a unicycle together.
Oh boy, that should be interesting. Lesson 190. Have you ever worn eyeglasses?
Hey Anna, have you ever worn eyeglasses?
Yeah, I have. Why do you ask?
Well, I've been thinking about getting some. Do you think they make people look smarter?
I don't know about that, John. I think it depends on the person wearing them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I always thought they made people look more sophisticated.
Maybe that's because you associate them with professors or librarians.
Yeah, that's true. But what about those people who wear those big, thick frames? Don't you think they look a little nerdy?
I think it all comes down to personal style, John. Some people can pull off the thick frames and make them look fashionable.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Maybe I'll have to try some different styles and see which ones suit me.
And who knows, maybe they'll even make you look smarter.
Hey, I'll take all the help I can get in that department.
Lesson 191, Lost Something.
Hey Anna, have you ever lost something and spent hours looking for it, only to find it right in front of you?
Yes, I think we've all been there.
I did that just last week. I lost my phone and tore apart my whole apartment trying to find it, only to realize it was in my pocket the whole time.
That's happened to me too. It's like our brains just automatically assume it's somewhere else.
Exactly. And sometimes, when you finally find the thing you were looking for, you feel a little silly.
Yeah, but it's always a relief to finally find it, no matter how silly you feel.
And it's even worse when you're looking for something that's right in front of you, but you just don't see it.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like my brain just shuts off when I'm looking for something.
It's like we need to go back to kindergarten and play a game of I Spy to sharpen our observation skills.
Hey, maybe that's not such a bad idea. It could be a fun way to find lost items.
Yeah, and we could even make a game out of it. I Spy, the Lost and Found Edition.
Now you're onto something, John. Let's start a new trend. Lesson 192, have you ever given something away for free?
Hey Anna, have you ever given something away for free?
Yeah, I have. Why do you ask?
Well, I was thinking of giving away some of my old clothes, but I'm not sure if anyone would want them.
You never know, John. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
I hope so. But what if I give away something that someone doesn't want?
Then they can always use it as a rag or donate it to charity.
That's true. But what if I give away something that's really valuable by mistake?
Then you might have some regret, John.
I guess I'll just have to be careful what I give away. But it would be nice to give someone something for free and make their day.
It would be. Plus, it's always good to declutter and get rid of things you don't need.
Yeah, and maybe I'll get some good karma for it.
Or at the very least, a cleaner closet. Lesson 193, have you ever gone back to your childhood home?
Hey Anna, Have you ever gone back to your childhood home after many years?
Yes, I have. It's always interesting to see how things have changed.
I'm thinking of doing that soon. I wonder if everything will look the same.
Well, I hate to break it to you, John, but things probably won't look exactly the same as you remember them.
Yeah, I know. But I can always hope for a little nostalgia.
That's true. And who knows, maybe you'll find some hidden treasures that you forgot about.
That would be nice. But I'm a little worried about running into some old neighbors and not recognizing them.
Just pretend you remember them and hope they don't ask too many specific questions.
Good plan. And maybe I'll even get to relive some old memories.
That's the spirit, John. Just don't get too lost in the past.
No promises, Anna. No promises.
Lesson 194. Have you ever stopped and thought about the meaning of life?
Hey Anna, have you ever stopped and thought about the meaning of life?
Yeah, I have. But sometimes I think it's best not to think too hard about it.
I know what you mean. It can get pretty deep and overwhelming.
Plus, life is already complicated enough as it is. We don't need to add to the confusion.
That's true. But don't you ever wonder what our purpose is on this planet?
Well, John, I think our purpose is to eat pizza and have a good time.
I like the way you think, Anna.
But seriously, I think our purpose is to just enjoy life and make the most of our time here.
Yeah, you're right. Life is short, so we should focus on the things that make us happy.
Exactly. And if all else fails, just remember, laughter is the best medicine.
I couldn't agree more, Anna. Let's laugh our way through life.
Lesson 195. Have you ever thought about having kids?
Hey Anna, have you ever thought about having kids?
Yeah, I have. But I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of responsibility.
I know what you mean. But think of all the joy and laughter they bring into our lives.
That's true. But they also bring a lot of chaos and mess.
Yeah, I've heard that. But think of all the cute and funny moments we would get to witness.
That's true. But what if they turn out to be little monsters?
Then we'll just have to invest in some good behavior modification techniques.
I like the way you think, John.
Plus, think of all the toys we would get to play with.
You're not making it any easier, John.
Sorry, Anna. I just think it would be a fun adventure.
Yeah, you're right. It would definitely be an adventure. But I think I'll stick to being an ant for now.
Suit yourself, Anna. More toys for me.
Lesson 196. Have you been feeling stressed at work lately?
Hey Anna, have you been feeling stressed at work lately?
Yeah, the pressure has been pretty intense. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep up with it.
I know what you mean. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
That's easy for you to say, John. You don't have to deal with my boss breathing down your neck.
True, but I have a solution for you. Have you tried imagining your boss in a funny outfit?
What do you mean?
Like picturing him in a clown suit or a tutu. It's hard to take someone seriously when you're picturing them in a ridiculous outfit.
I don't know if that would help, but it's worth a try.
Trust me, it works. And if that doesn't work, you could always try hiding in the supply closet for a few minutes.
I don't think that would go over well with my boss.
True, but it might be worth it for a few minutes of peace and quiet.
You know what, John? You might be onto something.
See, I knew I could help. Just remember, when the going gets tough, the tough gets silly.
Lesson 197. My computer just crashed.
Hey Anna, what's wrong? You look frustrated.
My computer just crashed and I lost all of my work.
Well, at least you have an excuse to take a break and play some solitaire.
Yeah, I'm sure my boss would love that excuse.
Or you could always blame it on a virus. Those things are sneaky.
I don't think my boss would buy that one either.
Yeah, you're probably right. But on the bright side, at least you can take this opportunity to grab a cup of coffee and relax for a minute.
You're right, John. Sometimes it's good to take a break and clear your head.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe your computer just needed a nap.
I don't think that's how technology works, John.
Hey, you never know. It could be a new feature in the next update.
I doubt it, but it's a nice thought.
See, I knew I could cheer you up. Now let's go get that coffee.
Lesson 198. Have you tried that new sushi place?
Anna, have you tried that new sushi place down the street?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
Oh man, it's amazing. I had the most delicious sushi roll I've ever tasted.
Really? What was in it?
Well, it was called the firecracker roll. It had shrimp tempura, avocado, spicy mayo, and a secret ingredient that I can't quite put my finger on.
A secret ingredient? I wonder what it could be.
Maybe they put a little bit of magic in there or something.
Yeah, that must be it. I'll have to try it out for myself and see if I can taste the magic.
Trust me, Anna. You won't be disappointed. In fact, I'm already planning my next visit back there.
Lesson 199, My Crazy Uncle.
Anna, have I ever told you about my crazy uncle who thinks he's a pirate?
What? A pirate?
Yeah, he dresses up in a full pirate costume, complete with an eye patch and a parrot on his shoulder.
That's hilarious. Does he actually believe he's a pirate?
I'm not sure, but he definitely acts like one. He talks in a funny pirate accent and even has a pirate ship in his backyard.
Wow, that's quite a character. Have you ever gone on a pirate adventure with him?
Actually, I have. He took me and my cousins on a treasure hunt around his backyard. It was so silly, but we had a blast.
That sounds like so much fun. You have to invite me next time.
Ahoy matey. Ye be welcome to join our pirate crew on the next treasure hunt.
Lesson 200, Do you want to go out for dinner tonight?
Hey Anna, do you want to go out for dinner tonight?
Sure, that sounds like a great idea. Where do you want to go?
How about that new Italian place that just opened up down the street? I've heard they have amazing pasta dishes.
Oh, I've been wanting to try that place. But we can't just have pasta, we need to have dessert too.
I agree. What do you have in mind for dessert?
How about we get a chocolate lava cake to share? It's my weakness.
Ah, so you have a sweet tooth, huh?
I can't help it, chocolate is just too good.
Alright, but we have to make sure we save enough room for the pasta. We can't let dessert take over our dinner.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to save some space for the main course. Let's go indulge in some carbs and chocolate. Welcome to subscribe our channel. And we also support multiple languages from our other channels.